owned and operated, Lynn Ladder has been dedicated to providing high-quality products and services to the New England area since 1946. With 6 locations, from their manufacturing plant in New Hampshire to their rental yard in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Lynn Ladder is the one-stop shop for all your new equipment and rental needs. Lynn Ladder has catered to contractors and homeowners for the past 72 years. Have a project big or small? Then call the Ladder King today at 1-800-225-2510. Now let's give it up for our host, Mr. Monday!
Holy jeez, what a crew! What a crew! Hey, it's Monday, the best day of the week. I'm Carlo, Mr. Monday, and this is my co-host, Kat. What's going on?
What's going on?
How you doing? Bellissimo, where's our drinks? Can we have our drinks, please?
Yeah, Caterina, mamma mia. You looking so nice tonight. I'll bring you something special, Nas.
What are you, like an Indian? You're in a Calabrese costume? What's going on here? Where's my drink?
Yeah, I bring in my friend over here. I bring him up a friend. He's a little bacho, a little crazy in the brains. Come on up.
He's got my drink?
Hey, Mr. Monday Night himself! Hey!
Hey, how you doing?
Good, I like your show. This is way better than David Letterman and all the other shows at nighttime.
Oh, thank you. What's your name?
My name is Sir Guns.
Sir Guns?
Yeah.
You look like that guy at the basketball game who holds up the 360,
Yeah.
John 316, you know that guy?
Bacho, look crazy.
I'm a little crazy over here.
That's my friend.
Hey, well, listen,
you know?
thanks for giving me my drink. You spitting it or
Nice.
anything?
No, I want to give you a little like Brad
Get
Buster.
out of here! He's gonna lick me, this kid. Get him out of here! Monday!
There he is.
All right, let's get right to shoot the shoe. Who is that person? Jeez. All right. Redskins cheer squad force goes topless by management for a special ticket holder on a calendar shoot in the islands. What is this all about?
The Redskins organization took a group of women who can't type on a free trip to Costa Rica back in 2013. The professional sex symbols complained that they were asked to pose topless during a calendar shoot. Later that evening, 9 cheerleaders were handpicked by sponsors to be escorts at a nightclub event. Some of the girls were left feeling worthless and unprotected by the Redskins
I
organization.
mean, were they escorts, like paid escorts, like prostitution, or were they like escorted people?
I think it was like, sweetheart, here's 4 drink tickets and a steak dinner. Sit next to the senator and give him a handy.
I mean, I think the most important thing here is you have an organization like the Washington Redskins, and then you have an organization like the New England Patriots.
Big difference.
One team wins lots of championships and brings their cheerleaders on trips and doesn't sell them for money. And then you have the Redskins that do everything wrong. They build a horrible stadium that they can't fill up.
Horrible owner, Schneider.
Horrible owner, bad name, and now they have their cheerleaders.
Yeah,
like
don't they have to change their team name, Redskins, because of all the American Indians don't like that?
I mean, I
don't
think
blame them.
that's more of a Tonto question.
Let me ask you something. Every single solitary Native American must be organized together to make any noise in that community, right? How many are we talking about?
I don't know.
Have you ever seen one?
Left, man.
I've seen more raptors than I have Indians in the last 20 years.
I saw one that was a bartender.
I mean, these women probably all have fake breasts. They're cheerleaders. They want to show their lady lumps, right? I mean,
Sure.
So I mean, what's the big deal?
I'm sorry, they're cheerleaders. They felt worthless because they were in a calendar shoot?
Don't cheerleaders become cheerleaders to meet a player or to meet a rich guy? I mean, most of them are kind of insecure, aren't they?
I mean, I think the Patriots cheerleaders become cheerleaders because they like championships in football. So
Right.
the Redskins cheerleaders are completely different. They're probably not football fans because the Redskins aren't good at that.
Kind of a lousy organization.
Yeah.
What else? Anything else to elaborate on this? Or that's it on that. All right, next. Let's go to the next one. New Jersey superintendent defecated on high school football field on a daily basis, cops say.
Yeah, he was the superintendent of a Kenilworth.
Kenilworth?
Yeah.
That's where Tony Saragoose is from. That's a high school the Goose went to.
Goose.
That's an all-Italian, 95% Italian place. This guy's an Italian guy crapping everywhere.
Yeah, this guy.
I mean, what's going on?
Superintendent Thomas Tremigliani or something, 42, was arrested Monday when he was caught shitting on the Holmdel High School football field in New Jersey.
Hey, Goose, are you watching this? The superintendent crapped
Spotted
all
on
over the place for
surveillance video
fertilizer.
after staff had found a pile of human crap near the school's track. Apparently, he had been doing this every day for weeks. No motive has been determined, but he lost a $150,000 a year job, and the chances of shaking hands with me.
I mean, I think there's different theories on why it happened.
I think he probably had no underwear on, and he had to take a bad crap, and he was jogging, and it went out. What are you going to do?
Every day for 2 weeks?
He was dedicated to fitness.
All right, how about a free giveaway? Does anyone have a crap story you can type in and tell us about? Because I got a few. Do you have any crap stories? I do.
Oh, girls don't go to the bathroom.
Oh.
So,
do you have a crap story? Like, did you ever crap yourself? Like, you know, poop yourself?
nothing
Can I
comical.
say crap?
Like,
Is that a word I can say?
Nothing like I daily go to the track, drop one behind the house, and I just hope that the entire school doesn't find it.
One time I crapped and it came out. It was a really hot day in my underwear, and it was like a chocolate pie. It was like a chocolate pie. It was horrible.
I mean, I have a friend who, when she was 8.
Wait a minute, you have a friend. Was it really you though?
No, because I'm not from Saugus, and she knows who she is. She couldn't get into her house, so she shit in a fishbowl, and then they freaked out and they threw it into the marsh behind her house, right behind one of the
Who
spots.
freaked out? The fish freaked out, or
Probably after she did that.
free T-shirt to the best crap story. Someone type it in. We gotta hear it. We gotta hear about this. So what else happened with this superintendent?
They fired him, I guess. Imagine like your superintendent lecturing you about anything. Like he just dropped trow and went to the bathroom. He didn't have toilet paper. He just went about his day.
I mean, how did he wipe?
I don't think he did. That's my whole point. Is he's just walking around with that itchy, dirty superintendent butthole feeling.
I know somebody. Every time he goes number 2, he takes a shower and wipes it with his hand.
Maybe this guy has the healthiest diet in the world, and it just comes out solid. I don't know.
He's probably got a great colon. You know.
Good for him.
No white shit.
Like,
No white shit. Mine's a wet. You baby wipes when you took.
I mean, the poor guy. He might have a disease. What? I've never used. Yeah, when I was a baby, I used baby wipes. I mean, jeez. I heard you blow your nose with baby wipes. Is that true? Oh God! All right. All right, we'll get back. I want to hear your crap story. Come on, type it in here. All right. Volcano erupts in Hawaii and kills 9, destroys multiple homes.
Yeah, a volcano erupts in Hawaii. That's not really a big story to me. If like a volcano erupted in New Jersey, I would care. But there are more than 1,500 active volcanoes on Earth, and only about 500 of them have erupted during human existence. So this doesn't happen all that often, really. People are losing their houses. There's lava dripping in people's backyards, and it just asks one question: who are we going to sacrifice to this volcano? Who are we going to throw in to stop the eruption?
The biggest Hawaiian with the biggest afro, probably. That's my guess.
big guy with an afro. That sounds a lot like your drink guy there.
Yeah, is that guy who served my drink, is he Hawaiian? He sure looks like it. Actually, I'd whip him in there.
Like a pineapple pizza.
So 9 people died. That's a sin. That's a shame.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how fast lava is, but I
think
can't.
It's that fast.
Yeah,
I could get away from that.
I imagine 9 people in lounge chairs just kind of being like, eh.
I feel like as long as you're going head first, it's not that bad.
How'd your grandfather die? Oh, he was eaten by a volcano.
Eaten by lava.
All right, this next one. No sex, please. We're millennials. 1 in 8 26-year-olds still virgins due to the fear of intimacy and humiliation on social media, a study finds.
Yeah, so apparently with infinite access to porn and zero interest in being nagged, young men are waiting until almost midlife before entering a vagina.
Wow.
Today's youth fears that sexual partners will critique or mock shared sexual experiences on Facebook or Instagram. So if your penis is too small or if you can't last longer than it takes to microwave ramen, everyone on Twitter might know.
I'd like to get these millennials to come with me for one day in the 80s. I would give them a life's lesson. I mean, you kidding me? That's the Hawaiian over there. Put some lava in his mouth. What do you got here?
Is it true that if you don't use it, you lose it? So,
These kids have never had it. That's my point, is like, a personal story. I went to go see a movie at 10:45, Avengers. It came out like at 10:45, and there were prom dates at that movie. Guys that should have been trying to sneak girls into motel rooms were trying to see what happened with Iron Man.
these kids are absolutely.
I mean, at 26 years old, these guys haven't got laid yet. girls? Is it girls and guys or just guys?
It's all, and it's out of a fear of shame on social media. I'm more afraid of abstinence than I am of humiliation. I'm out there, man. Put me out there.
I mean, if they're practicing safe sex and they're religious, I understand, but it's because they're millennials, and that's why they're doing this. I mean, that's why they're not doing this.
I just can't wrap my head around this.
Think about it. Are these people for real?
It's an absolute nightmare. But on the bright side, those kids aren't having kids because those people are horrible people. They're not real.
I think the millennials masturbate into a condom in the mirror. I think that's what they do.
I'm just sad because there's going to be a huge boomerang turnaround to this. They're going to have like cures for every disease. The repressed are going to go buck wild, and everybody's going to be banging in the streets. It's going to solve war, and we're going to be 70 years old, and it's not going to work.
I officially hate millennials now more than ever. How about you?
I mean, I think I am one, but...
Yeah, but you're not. But you're not. You technically are, but you're really not. Oh, this next one's good. Listen to this one. Obsessed stalker who left piles of panties on his neighbor's bed, car, and porch with handwritten notes and had a 90-pound bag of underwear in his trailer. Of course, he lived in a trailer. Could face 40 years in jail. Where was this?
Let me see.
It's in Florida.
It was in Florida,
which makes sense.
Figures.
Right?
Yeah.
Chris Kringle...
Chris Kringle?
He was caught delivering unwanted gifts to middle-aged women. He had been breaking into neighbors' homes, leaving 8 to 10 pair of underwear and a note saying that he wanted to see women wearing them.
To the same girl?
Different women. He was breaking into different neighbors' houses and leaving like 10 pairs of panties and then a note saying, "Hey, love, I
wonder how many blocks he would go. Like, what was his radius?
I believe Santa can cover the entire Earth in one night, Carlo.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, so was he on a sleigh? The guy was on a sleigh?
He's in a jail cell now. I don't know if they have allow for sleighs, but this guy's crazy. If you had a creepy Santa, what would you want him to leave you?
Money. I don't know.
You'd want him to leave you women's underwear.
On the dresser?
I actually want Santa's underwear.
Ooh.
I'd love to smell Santa's underwear.
I mean, I'd go with money, too.
Candy canes and shit stains?
Listen, I don't know what those people are complaining about.
I blame some of these.
Underwear.
I blame some of these women, by the way. It's always the guy. I blame some of the women on this.
It's the women. Yeah, it's the women.
What color? Okay.
Also.
How about this? What color turns you on out there? What color panties turns you on, guys? And girls, what color underwear turns you on? I'm wearing blue right now.
Mine just say Monday on them.
Those are Mondays?
Yeah.
She's got Monday undies on.
That's right.
I like that.
Monday.
So this guy's going to do 40 years. He's got to go to court?
I guess, like, you're going to serve time for panties? That's kind of ridiculous. This guy's... They got to watch people like this, though. He had a 90-pound bag of women's underwear, and he's dropping them off people's
Did they smell like perfume? Like, was it vag sweat?
I just imagine, like, tuna and Febreze mixed together. And
I mean, he lived in a trailer. Trailers aren't known for their space. And three bags of underwear. That's just a lot of action. Hopefully he had his own underwear, too.
All right, so we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to have stand-up comedian Don Zollo here, does I'm Offended with Breaking Balls. It's a great segment. I want you to check out an episode of Be a Man, and also our sponsor, Analytic Wealth Advisors. We'll be back in a few minutes.
TMI on Facebook. Don't treat it like a diary, like it's your friend. Talk to somebody for real, like a real man. Be a man.
Analytic Wealth Advisors is a firm specializing in financial planning, insurance, and retirement income. Setting up your future can be tough, but Analytic Wealth is here to simplify the process, taking you from before and through retirement with clarity and focus. Time to feel confident about your future.
All right, so the Bruins are out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought they were going all the way this year.
I mean, the Lightning's legit. They're good. They're a
They
good team. They're young.
They were
they're
higher
fast.
seed. They were higher seed than us.
Yeah.
2 guys in the Lightning were Monday shirts, by the way.
Where are they?
Stamkos and some other guy. Who's the other guy? I don't know who it was. We got pictures. So they're all done, but the Celtics are on right now. We got a spread in the game? What do we got?
They're losing by 10 in the fourth.
All right, they're losing by 10.
Questionable calls all game.
Right, of course.
The NBA is rooting for Game 5.
Right. Well, the Celtics want it to come back so the Garden can make a little more money.
That's all right.
I think they're throwing the game. Do you believe in that? Like they throw games still?
No, not in this case. It's the refs. It's actually the refs.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll throw a game
And
on
bad
you.
decisions. Go with that.
All right, so I think the Celtics are going to win in 6, win in 5 or 6. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm all right. I can win in 5.
It's pretty unbelievable what the Celtics have done with all the injuries, and they're actually. I mean, this guy who played. What's the guy's name? The center for Philadelphia. This kid's unreal.
Which one?
I don't know.
Embiid?
Wow, I haven't seen a guy
Yes.
athletic and big like that in a long time. He's really good.
He's big like you.
All right, so
Mr. Monday and Joel Embiid.
somebody eject the Hawaiian guy, please. All right, so our next guest, he's a Breaking Balls contributor with his show I'm Offended. He has 5 shows coming up this weekend with the incomparable Pauly Shore at Laugh Boston.
Yeah!
And let's have him up. A big warm applause for Donnie Zollo. I'm Offended, Donnie Zollo. How you
What's up,
doing?
everybody?
How
I'm
you
doing awesome.
So you do I'm Offended. So where did that? Tell me where that came from. What?
I was talking with Tonzo and Joey. We were going to do a segment, but we didn't know what we were going to do. And I was just kind of bitching about I cannot f***ing tolerate. I know, 4 seconds in. I can't tolerate how much everyone is offended. It's like there's a constant contest running of who can be offended or who's outraged about this and whatever. And it's most of it is the dumbest shit you've ever seen in your life. So we're like, let's make a segment that makes fun of it.
You had the best segment, I think, people-wise, that Breaking Balls has had. I think you got close to 100,000 views. The Super Bowl?
Yeah.
That
was an easy topic. It was about how big a scumbag Philly fans are. And
they still are.
And it's like, you know what? I'm sure these are fine human beings when they're out gallivanting around Philadelphia. But it's like you get them inside a sports venue and they all of a sudden turn into the biggest psychopaths you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, they're dirty.
It's crazy.
And I know some NFL players who actually love Mondays and wear Monday shirts who have played in the NFL, and they say there's 2 places they hate to go. It's New England and Philadelphia.
Well,
The
New
fans
England,
are
it's
the
because you're
worst.
leaving with an L. Philadelphia, it's because you're leaving with hurt feelings.
Right.
Like, Jesus, like, look at these animals.
It's true. It's true.
Dilly.
So Pauly Shore. Now, Pauly Shore has been in a ton of movies, and he started out as a comedian, I guess?
I don't know if he started out as a comedian or if he started out as an actor and then got into comedy, but he's been around comedy his whole life. His mother owned the, she just passed, she owned the world famous Comedy Store, which is like probably the most famous comedy club in the world.
Didn't Jim Carrey start there?
Everybody did. Like, it's so many guys started there. Or if they didn't start there, they became big there. And from what I understand, she just ran a very fostering environment for comedy. Like, she's very beloved in the community.
So how'd you get hooked up with Pauly Shore? Did like Lenny Clark fall through or something? I mean, how'd they get you?
I was like, well, let me check my busy date book, and I'll see if I can squeeze you guys in. It was just my turn in the rotation. I work at Laugh Boston in the Seaport a lot, and it's an awesome club if you've never been there. It's like it's an A-list room, and it's like it's always packed. There's a ton of energy. It's a fun place to play, and they were just like, hey, you know, you open this weekend, and it was my turn in the rotation, so I ended up with Pauly for this weekend.
That's cool.
So is Pauly upset that somebody funny isn't opening for him? That's a fair question.
I think he's psyched. He's going to look good by comparison.
Yeah, because Lenny Clark's not opening for him. He
That's
is.
right. Lenny Clark's
Right.
not opening. Don Zollo is.
McCluskey, what do you got on Pauly Shore?
What do I have on Pauly Shore? Like
Pauly Shore's mother.
on his mother?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like fostered a bunch of people. Tim Allen, Roseanne Barr, Jim Carrey, John Belushi. Everybody went through there. There's a show on Showtime now. I think Jim Carrey did it. I don't think the Shores approved it or whatever, but
Yeah, it's about the store in the 70s, right?
it's a good show.
Yeah. I mean, like, Richard Pryor was there, like, every week in the 70s. Like, I mean, it was just this insane environment. And it's like, it's one of those things, like, I wasn't there, but I'm jealous of it. Like, I wish I was there for that. It would have been fun.
I don't know. I've heard
You
some
coulda
of those,
used the help,
Richard
yeah.
Pryor stories, unless you want to Marlon Brando. I don't know if you want to be involved in that scene.
Do you know how many Academy Awards that guy won? I would be privileged to him.
Yeah, right?
Marlon Brando?
Marlon Brando.
Oh, so you go that way? That's okay.
If the person's successful enough, yeah.
Really? Like to help you get ahead in life?
You're a gold digger!
Whatever it takes.
So tell me this. Who were some of your influences like in comedy and got you started in comedy? Like when did you start comedy? How old were you?
I was like 32. I always wanted to do it. Like, it's when you're little, like, it's so fun being funny in school. And then you graduate.
Did you know about that?
I've heard about it. I heard it was great.
You saw other kids.
I was like, and then you graduate and you get a job and it sucks.
Right.
And for like maybe 10 years, I sat in fear of it. And
just to get up in public.
Yeah,
it's gonna be tough.
I gotta tell you, like, seriously, the first time I ever did it, I was so nervous. It was ridiculous. And I always say,
sex. You were talking about sex and comedy.
I would go on stage and on a Monday night at the Green Dragon, and I would do 5 minutes. And as soon as I got off stage, I knew I'd have a show there the next week, and I'd have 6 days, 23 hours, and 55 minutes to live in fear of it.
Really?
And then about a year in, I remember I was coming home from my day job at the time, and I was just like, oh, I got 3 shows tonight. And I was like, I forgot about 3 shows. And I was like, oh, this obviously doesn't, like, scare me the way it used to.
So you got used to it.
Yeah.
So what about Eddie Murphy? Big fan of him? I mean, I love that guy.
Eddie Murphy is, in my opinion, the greatest comedian that's ever lived.
After you.
He's even slightly ahead of me. Like, you look at his stand-up, Delirious. Delirious is the funniest stand-up special.
I thought Raw was unreal, but Delirious was great.
I think Delirious blows Raw out of the water. And it's just like, Delirious is the best stand-up comedy special ever. He's arguably the best person ever to be on Saturday Night Live. And then you look at his movies. Like, his movies, especially in the 80s, oh my God.
Pluto Nash.
Unbelievable. And then you bring him into the 2000s and he does like all the kids movies and he knocks that out of the park. And it's like, what can't this guy do? Like, but Delirious, I just remember watching Delirious when I was in high school and being like, this is like the
Who's
greatest
your favorite
thing I've ever
comedian?
seen.
Don Zollo.
What about local guy Paul D'Angelo? He was pretty damn good.
Paul D'Angelo's the shit. I love Paul, like, unbelievable guy, incredibly funny. And I always just tell this story. I was like I remember the first time I worked at Giggles, I got off stage and I did like 15 minutes and I was so proud of myself and it went well. And then he got up and for an hour straight, made people laugh like I have never seen people laugh in my life.
The first time I did 15 minutes at Prince, it was in the third stall from the right. Chicken parm.
Now, don't you have a quick story about Lenny Clark?
I have a million stories.
Can you tell the one about when in Canada? That was a pretty good one.
Lenny Clark, if you don't know him, great comedian, but I just love talking to the guy off camera. Like, I like just talking, like, backstage or whatever. He's just, when he's not in the spotlight, he's even better. And he's got stories like you can't believe. But I remember I was talking with him one time, and this one story, like, it's one of the best I've ever, like, I can't wrap my brain around this. But he was saying he went up to Canada to go see Doug Flutie play football. And he's walking up some stands, and he hears, Lenny Clark! He looks up, and he's just like, oh my God, that's John Candy. And he's like, John, he's like, you know who I am? And he's like, yeah, I know who you are. He goes, where are you watching the game? He goes, we're in, section 218. And he's like, you want to watch it in the owner's box? And he's like, yeah, I'd love to. He goes, we're going to the owner's box. And who's in the owner's box with John Candy but Wayne Gretzky?
The great one.
And I'm like, John Candy and Wayne Gretzky? Like, are you shitting me? Like,
Do you know what John Candy died of?
Being awesome?
Like,
overweight.
Being a big, fat, disgusting person, I think.
Was that what it was?
Was that on the coroner's report?
90 pounds
It's
of
on the
women's underwear.
tombstone.
All right, listen. Let's get into a new segment here. It's called Situations with Don Zollo.
It's a great name for a segment.
I think we should have that all the time.
Even if I'm not on, it should still be Situations.
We're going to get thrown into different situations, and you have to answer how you would handle the situation. McCluskey, what do we got?
Okay.
All right, so our first one is for Don. Don, we're going to put you in the hypothetical situation where you have to smooth over Mike Tyson after he catches you keying his car.
Mike, that was your car? I swear, I thought it was Robin Givens's.
What about Robin Givens' Heine?
She's perfect.
It was fantastic.
She was like,
I don't know how it is now, but back in the day, it was
she
pretty
had like
fantastic.
a pear-shaped bum. Thing was unbelievable.
Yeah.
You like that?
Head of the class.
I could totally go for just like sneaking into her house, leaving a couple of pairs of panties, telling her to take a picture for me. That kind of thing.
He was normal before. Mike Tyson was normal before her.
No, he wasn't.
No, you don't think he was normal? Come on. She screwed him up. See, women screw him up.
That's what screwed him up.
No, women can screw guys up.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Did you get any women that screwed you up? I'm
had
trying to figure out what's wrong with you.
I've had about 20 that have done a number on me.
Really?
Why
you let it happen?
Starting with my mother.
You know how to really get to Mike Tyson? 007-373-2295.
Yes!
Left, right, up, down.
What do we got?
Carlo, your hypothetical is, why should we join your cult?
What cult? The Monday cult? It's not a cult. What do you think? I'm like Helter Skelter here? Or like like some batshit crazy prime minister? I'm Mr. Monday. All right? I'm Mr. Monday. Monday's the best day of the week. And everyone needs, and it's a movement. Everyone needs to wake the hell up. It's a choice. It's a choice. Make Monday your choice on a Sunday. Gear up for Monday.
We got enough Friday and Saturday people. We need more Mondays.
That's right. We own Monday. That's our day. I mean, come on. What's the matter with you people?
One of us.
The NFL owns Sundays. We own Monday.
We own Mondays. That's right. Let's go. What do we got?
All right, we're going to go back to Dawn. We're going to ask you to break up with Brad Pitt from Legends of the Fall.
Wow.
My first question is, do I have to break up with him?
Not in it's a hypothetical, man.
All right,
you rock this.
I'm not into guys, but there is something
If
about...
you wore a wig, would you...
There's something about being at the pinnacle of beauty. And I guess I would... I'd like to do something where I could leave the door open with him. You know, maybe come back a few years later, flaunt my Brad Pitt in everybody else's face, and then land back with Brad, and then we could... Maybe we could open up a bed and breakfast in Vermont.
Yeah, I honestly feel like I couldn't bust his balls if you walked into a bar with Brad Pitt and you were like, yeah, we have sex sometimes, but Brad Pitt.
Yes, Brad Pitt.
What about you? Do you like Brad Pitt, Angelo Jolie? Who do you like better? I mean, I don't like either one of them. What did I say, Angela Jolie?
Angela Jolie.
Angelo, it's Angela's father.
Angela Jolie. Hard pass on him.
Mustache on the...
Angela comes with like 20 kids. I'm going Brad.
I can't stand her. She's a false person. All right, that's just how I feel.
Wow.
I don't know if they're false, but I'm like,
Really
Jesus
sentimental.
Christ, what are you doing adopting 20 people when you have like the world at the balls? You know, you get the world by the balls. Like, I'm just like,
Can she not reproduce, maybe?
I don't know.
Get a cat!
The freaking Hawaiian needs to shut up over there.
Really?
Stick a pineapple in his mouth.
I haven't talked to a guy now.
All right, what do we got next?
On this one, we're going to bring Kat in to defend cannibalism.
I mean, it's not that hard to defend. Meat is meat.
Atkins approved.
That's right.
Would you rather eat a hot dog or a peach?
I mean, I'd rather eat a peach, but... I mean, I've never heard anybody complain about a nice Italian sausage. You know?
Let's hunk a steak!
With cannibalism, for me, it depends on the nationality. I don't know.
Oh, really? I mean, what kind of meat would you eat? If you had to pick a meat to eat, what would it be? Like?
I mean, not Hawaiian. The thing we came up with tonight.
No, we're gonna kill that guy later.
Can you do cannibalism kosher?
Yeah, and like probably some of like Israel maybe.
It has to be blessed by like a.
Yeah.
I think as long as you know who it is, it's fine.
What do you got next?
We're gonna go back to Dawn. Pauly Shore is the weasel. What is Don Zollo's spirit animal, and how does it talk?
Yes! Squirrel!
My spirit animal is Tonzo.
You know, there's a lot of people who would pick Tonzo as their spirit animal because the guy's an animal.
And what was the follow-up?
Do you have an impersonation?
I can't impersonate Tonzo. No one can, but I'll describe it.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
He communicates through like a pot-induced bronchial Morse code where he coughs out every other word. That's what I think it is.
That's a fair assessment! Nailed it!
He has a pop pipe that looks like a penis.
Just one?
No, that's actually just a dildo he puts in his mouth. He's not smoking pot.
It's called pipey long
All right, let's take a quick break. Check out the latest episode of I'm Offended with Donnie Zollo. And when we come back, we're going to play a special edition of Would You Still?
I am offended at people that cross the street like dickheads. I need you to do at least 2 of these 3 things for me to think that you are not a complete piece of shit. 1. When confronted with a street crossing opportunity, utilize a crosswalk whenever you can. If one's not readily available, then choose a direct route that delivers the shortest path possible. 2. Give a low head, high hand. Acknowledge the kind person that provided you with an opportunity to pass by slowing their car down for you. 3. Hustle. Either really put some pep in your step, or at the very least, give me a Larry Bird head and shoulder fake where you're still walking, but it appears you're giving me more effort. I need 2 of these 3 things performed in order for a feeling of respect to be conveyed. Respect for our fellow humans goes a long way towards putting society's train back on the track.
Can you promote your show a little bit for us this weekend? Let us know about it.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 1 show Thursday, 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday. I think Saturday is sold out or almost sold out, but for all the other shows, if you want to put in a promo code on laughboston.com, promo code will be up by Wednesday at the latest. It's Zollo, Z-O-L-L-O, and you'll get $10 off, I think it is, for tickets.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah! Support this guy, will you? He's got Pauly's show with him. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about Would You Still? We're going to name 1, 2, 3, 5 girls.
I have a feeling my answer is yes.
Would you still bang them or wouldn't you still bang them? What's the story? Margaret, Joe, let's go with you first because you're our guest. Would you still?
My answer is I would now, but not then. She keeps getting better with age, and I feel like if I get in now, I might have a hall pass in 5 years, and it'll be even better. That's my take.
Kat?
If I had to pick, I'd pick now, but I wouldn't tell anybody if I did.
Carla, can I jump in on that one?
How about you, McClusk?
She lost 40 pounds and tattooed over the stretch marks, so I think I'd go for it now.
Yeah, the tattoos just don't do it for me. I wouldn't do anything with I'd whip this girl. I wouldn't do that with her.
She with you.
Kat, I think this is all you. Roseanne Barr.
Oh, she's handsome.
She's a handsome woman.
She's handsome.
Horrible person.
Would you still? I mean, look at her.
I wouldn't.
Forever.
I wouldn't before, and I'm not going to now. I'll go millennial on her and just say no.
Mr. Zollo?
I'm doing it. 1, she just keeps getting better with age, and 2, she's an icon. 3, I like her personality. That's 2 points.
Have you ever used any of her stuff, her material?
I've never used anyone's stuff. It's Don Zollo's stuff. That's why I'm doing the Monday show. If I was doing other people's stuff, you think I'd be doing the Monday show?
I thought that's why you love Tonzo so much, because he helps you so much.
In what?
All right, I would never have done her. I won't do her then. I won't do her now. I might actually be the first woman I ever hit. What about you, Klusk?
If you were able to give her an orgasm through that Goonies cave she calls a vagina, filled with Tom Arnold hair, all you would hear is that noise coming out of her that sounds like a Fisher cat being killed.
Yeah, that turns me on.
Yeah, I'm not into that. I would pass on her. Maybe Darlene?
Donnie, okay, what about this one? Sarah Silverman. She's pretty good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yep.
You guys are in?
Then in now.
She's attractive. I just don't want to hear any of her political views. But other than that, I mean, yeah, she's a good-looking chick.
She looks like a girl who'd work at Starbucks or something, you know?
Yeah, I'm into that.
Yeah, you into that?
That's my thing.
Is that you go there instead of Dunks?
I'm into I go on and I look up barista.
Would you just keep going? Did Jimmy Kimmel do this? Did Jimmy Kimmel do this?
Yeah, she's pretty, but you know what the thing is? Like back then, that's probably the 80s. Now it's like, she's getting Botox and all that crap today.
That's probably the 90s. She was in, oh God, Something About Mary. That's when she started to just come out. That's probably early 2000s. You're making it sound like she's 62.
Yeah. I can't tell the difference. All right, Kathy Griffin.
Ugh.
Redhead. I mean, a redhead's a redhead. They're either ugly or uglier. I mean, what do we got? What'd you do, Kat?
Oh, no, neither.
Never? Neither one?
Pass. Not even with Don Zollo.
She looks like a transgender to me. I mean,
I'm passing. I'll give her some credit and say she looks better now than she did then. But no.
I'd bang her and then throw her in that volcano. Maybe solve everybody's problem right there.
Looks like
right?
she got liposuction.
Maybe they just need to sacrifice a pain in the ass.
You could do that.
All right, Janine Garofalo.
I'm in. I'll do it.
I would do the now her and not the then her.
The then her had a hairy bush. There's no doubt about it. It was disgusting.
Yeah, but it was the 90s. We'd throw on some Nirvana and take off our plaid shirts.
Long toenails, like, dirty toenails back in the day.
Here's foreplay with Janine Garofalo right here. No, wait, no, don't. Ask permission first. Respect me. Okay, yes. No, don't. I don't need that for 10 minutes. I'm all set.
I think that's probably a spot-on description of what would actually happen.
She has great lip structure.
Have you been
I will say.
practicing that? Because that's pretty
great
solid.
lip structure.
No, he's married. He doesn't need to practice that. It just happens.
He just clicks on Garofalo on online.
Hey, well, let's give it up for our man Donnie. He did a great job tonight. I mean, you are the best.
Donnie's a really good comic. Go see him.
So this is the part of the show I hate. We got to end the show. I hate it. I don't like it because I want to stay here all night. But I want to thank our sponsors, Lynn Ladder, Analytical Wealth Advisors. And you know what? We got 18 new sponsors this week. So all you people better start sponsoring before the prices double. Hurry up. Get on board. We'll let you, if you do it this week, we'll take care of you. And just remember, Monday's not a choice. It's always going to be here. So we're going to see you next week, same time, Monday!